What is up, Janksters? It's your boy Graham, also known as HamHawks42 on the internet, and today we have an interesting deck. This was actually a deck that I was challenged to build live on stream by my buddy Voromir. So shout out to Voromir, thank you for the challenge. The challenge was to build a deck around Evolving Door. Now, I have been on record as saying that this card is actively bad. It just doesn't do enough to the board. It doesn't quite give you what you're looking for. You want it to be Birthing Pod, and it's just not. It's a tutor, is really what it is. It's a 3-mana tutor where you have to sacrifice a creature to tutor up something with restriction. Now, that restriction is that the card that you're tutoring up, the creature that you're tutoring for, has to have one more color in its mana value than the creature that's being sacrificed. So that presents an interesting conundrum, an interesting deck building challenge where we have to have good 0-color creatures, or at least 0-color creatures we can sacrifice to go fetch up good 1-color creatures. We want to have some 1-color creatures that we use to fetch up 2-color creatures, etc., etc. Now, I wanted to top out at 3 colors because I figured that's going to kind of let us build around a theme and fit our mana base into, I don't know, some kind of semblance of bounds. Also, we run into a little bit of an issue with Evolving Door in Standard right now, where we don't have any good 4-color creatures. We have some 5-colors. Well, we have some 5-color spells. Now that I think about it, I don't actually know that we have any 5-color creatures other than like Okagachi, which this couldn't fetch because it would be a Saga on the front face. In any event, 3 is really the sweet spot. 3 colors is really where we want to be. And we ended up going Jund. We went Jund specifically because there are some phenomenal 1-color creatures and 2-color creatures, not to mention a couple of 3-color creatures that if we get to take advantage of, great. The other thing is, because the core of our deck is a tutor, we can have a lot of one-ofs. I'm not going to go through every single card during this deck tech because it would take a second, but you can see the list in the description below. And you'll notice we have, as far as 1-color creatures go, we basically have what I kind of think of as bases, where we have a base creature, which are our Iron Apprentice, is our base colorless creature. We can Evolving Door, sacrifice an Iron Apprentice, get some value because the counter moves to something if we have multiple creatures online. Nice, nothing wrong with that. And then we can tutor up any 1-color creature. That could be an Avabrook Caretaker, a Volatile Arsonist. In all likelihood, an Ill-Tempered Loner maybe, which is nice. Most of the time, it is a Reckless Stormseeker. Reckless Stormseeker is a phenomenal card, and as a result, we have 3 of them in the deck. It can give anything haste, it can give any creature haste, and +1/+0. If it's nighttime, it gives +2/+0 and trample in addition to haste. So that's pretty rad. It's just good. Also, so that's kind of our 1-mana base, or for our 1-color, or our colorless base to go fetch up colored creatures. We then have Goldhound. This is a 1-color creature that we can use to fetch up 2-color creatures. What are some 2-color creatures that we have available to us? The big one is Halana and Alena partners. As you can imagine, when Reckless Stormseeker and Halana and Alena both hit the field, pretty much everything you play has haste, and everything on your team grows just exponentially. So that's great. Well, not literally exponentially, but it feels that way. They grow fast. Things grow. They're hasty threats that grow big. Big haste threats. Ding, that's what we're talking about. I'm articulate. I do this all the time, even for a living. It's crazy, right? Anyway, so Halana and Alena plus Reckless Stormseeker are just absolutely fantastic. That said, Halana and Alena are legendary. We do have 3 in the deck because they are just that good, and being able to cast them out is also great. And then we have Kalain, the Reclusive Painter. We have 3 Kalains because this is our 2-color base creature that we can use to fetch up 3-color creatures, and we have some real bombs at the 3-color slot. We have Ziatora's Envoy. This is a house and a half, frankly. We only have 1 because we only need 1. And if we can give this trample and a power boost, it gives us an opportunity to free cast stuff off the top of our library pretty consistently. We like that. At least I do. I can't speak for everybody, but I like free casting stuff. So Ziatora's Envoy is great. The other thing about all the cards you will notice here is that all of them are relatively cheap for how good they are. Part of the reason for that is because Evolving Door doesn't spot us the mana. We need to buy all of these effects. And so we want to make sure that we're getting good value. So we have Ziatora's Envoy. We have Mr. Orfeo the Boulder. This is an opportunity to double creature's power until end of turn. That's nice. If we've got a big 7 power critter swinging in, it all of a sudden being 14 and potentially has trample because of Storm Charge Slasher, that's nice. We also have like cards like Volatile Arsonist that have menace, so we have some good evasion. At the end of the day, we've selected all good threats. And then, of course, Ziatora the Incinerator at the top end. This card is phenomenal, and we have searched for it multiple times with Evolving Door, at least in my earlier playtests. We'll see how, as of this recording, I haven't done the gameplay that will accompany this video yet, but we will see if we can get a Ziatora online in the ladder. But initial playtests indicate that this deck is surprisingly effective, and I think a big part of that is the individual cards that make up the deck, with the possible exception of our builder round, are all very good. And as a result, because we have very good cards, also, all of these very good cards are geared towards one strategy, and that strategy is aggro. Even our base creatures, you'll notice Kalain ramps us and gives us the ability to play out creatures that are larger if we spend treasures on them. We also have Goldhound, which is a treasure, but more importantly, Goldhound is a first strike menace. So this is a ramp creature that can fix our mana and also attack very consistently for 1. And it's a base that can give us access to 2-color creatures. Just good stuff. Iron Apprentice. This buffs another creature on the battlefield. Awesome. That is a great way to help boost the team. And again, looking at all of our individual creatures, all of them are somehow aggressive in one way or another, because that is what the deck is trying to do. As far as interaction goes, we do have 2 copies of Soul Transfer. This is great for getting big threats back, as well as icing certain things from our opponent. We can just destroy a creature or planeswalker, or we can return a creature or planeswalker card from our graveyard to your hand. We also have Meathook Massacre. We have black in the deck, therefore we have 2 Meathook Massacre. Why do we not have 4 Meathook Massacre? Because I'm kind of sick of Meathook Massacre. That's all. The card's great. If you're running black, you should run it. Like, it's really that simple, and we're going to do it. Because I want to win games, damn it. That's just what we're going to do. So the other thing, we do have 1 Basijo. As far as removal goes, we do have 1 Basijo in the mana base just in case. And then we also have a Vivian on the Hunt. It's not removal per se, but this is one. It's not a creature card, so we can't tutor it up. But it is a one of, if we're able to hit it, it can draw us creatures, which is nice. It can birthing pod our creatures into bigger creatures. So that's cool, because you'll notice that we do actually have a pretty decent mana curve, all things considered. And then on top of that, it can also make 4/4 warriors that are 1 color. So those 4/4 Rhino Warriors are green. We can sacrifice them to the Evolving Door to go get a 2-color creature. So that's nice. We like that. So Vivian kind of it hits all the notes that we want to here. Yeah, so that's the deck. This is a best of 1 deck so far. If you have suggestions for cards that you might want to include in the sideboard, I'd love to see those in the comments below. Yeah, and I'd also love your thoughts on the deck, and if you'd like to see more janky decks like this, please let me know. The best way you can do that is by clicking that like and subscribe button. I do see those on the analytics, and they do help feed the algorithm and let me know that you like this kind of content. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. You can also find me live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Hamhocks42, Monday through Friday, starting at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, going till about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time most days. So I'd love to see you out there as well. So with that, let's get to the gameplay. Got 4 lands. We have a Kalain, a Door, and even a Soul Transfer for good measure, and the ability to play all of those things on curve. Let's go. We need to start with the Rockfall Veil as our turn 1 drop. That way we have access to the red mana source. Then the Swamp is going to come in for the black. So that's going to give us Kalain on 2. We can then cast out the Evolving Door on 3 quite comfortably. And then proceed to turn Kalain into probably Ziatora's Envoy, is my thought. Fair enough, opponent. Fair enough. I mean, we're still going to do these things, just not right away. There's another Kalain giving us additional treasure, which is nice. I like treasure. Treasure's fun. Which is good, because it's everywhere right now. Alright. Goldhound. That actually is a pretty cool draw. I like it. Evolving Door, do you resolve? That is the question. I'm not going to spend the treasure just yet on Goldhound. We could have spent one treasure so Goldhound would come in as a 2/2. That would be nice. Except I'm more than likely going to sacrifice Goldhound to go get Halana and Alena. An Obscure Charm Kalain. Mildly problematic, but not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Raffine! Or we can just draw Halana and Alena. That's an option too. We need to exile Raffine. I will pay that ward all day. All right. Now, another thing to note, one of the downsides of Evolving Doors, you need, when you tutor up the creature, you need to cast it immediately. You can't sit around and wait. Goldhound, sure. We'll get 2 colors. We could go grab Orcus and bring Kalain back. Or Predator. Predator would actually be pretty sweet here. Actually, we don't have the mana to bring Kalain back. That's unfortunate. We can bring Goldhound back. I'd like to do that. Haha! To your face, opponent. Doink. Just like that. You don't have to say doink, but it fits. An Orcus is a 5/3 Frampler. I do like me some Frampling. Who doesn't love a good Frampling, am I right? Wait a minute, what? Alright, Evolving Door getting some work. They are threatened by the Evolving Door, so they vanish it. That's what you like to see. Alright, here come Halana and Alena, the girlfriends. Move to combat. I'm going to leave Goldhound back because homie is now a 3/3 first striker that can just eat that Tenacious Underdog and not care. That's nice. Now, do you have another Vanishing Verse opponent? No, you do not. Victory is ours. Let's go. We have Meat Hook. Let's keep. I mean, it's that simple. We have Meat Hook. And the ability to potentially, I mean, we have 3 out of 4 of our lands that enter tapped. That kind of stinks. Except for the kind of part that like hella stinks, but it is what it is, and I think we'll be okay. Underdog, sure. Okay, there we go. That's an untapped land. I'll take it. I will take it. So we're going to go Circuit Mender on 3 into Halana and Alena on 4. Into potentially Orcus later, we'll see. And we are going to take one to the face right now. Don't love it, but that's fine. Rockfall Veil comes in. Circuit Mender enters the fray. We gain 2 life. And then when they attack with assuming they attack with the Tenacious Underdog next turn, Circuit Mender takes one for the team and we draw a card. Not bad. Not a bad setup. We could do worse than that. The other thing we could do is play out Halana and Alena and buff it after taking 1 hit of 3 to the face. That's a fine choice. That's available to us as well. To be honest, I think I'm going to do that, actually. We're still at 19. We can soak up a little bit of damage. I think that's worth it. Force off the top. That's actually not bad. We take those. We absolutely take those. Halana and Alena. And they're a 2/3 first striker, so I can keep them back to deal with the underdog. Circuit Mender, go in. I dare you. Wandering up. Fair enough. Fair enough, opponent. Orcus is going to get some work done. Fortunately for us, Circuit Mender's a leaves the battlefield trigger, not a death trigger. That's nice. Again, we take those. And they buff the underdog with the Imp, but keep it back. All right, that makes sense. We can throw Orcus. Halana and Alena would buff it pretty dramatically, which is nice. I like that. And then crash in on the Emperor. Sorry, I always think of Dark Crystal. Like, I am still Emperor! Alright. That's for no one. That's just for me. Alright. Orcus X equals 0. I just need that 5/3 Frampling body. That's all I'm looking for. That's right, Orcus. I'm using you for your body. Accept it. Wait, what? Wow, that got weird really fast. Alright. Boom, baby. Going after that Planeswalker. Do they have another one in hand? Well, if they do, they don't use it here. Doesn't mean they don't have it. Come on in. Welcome to my face. Does Lizard Blades give us the win here is the question. I think it might, because we give Orcus 2 more counters, buff Orcus up to a 9/7. With a double strike. This is 20 damage. They are 22 because of the life gain off of the Emperor. Or even Feeblement to mitigate some of the damage. Okay, fair enough. Unattached Liz Blades. So now if they have a sweeper, that would hurt pretty badly. No, I'm still taking this. Who am I kidding? Alright. Now do they have Ob Nixilis? Show me Ob. Farewell. Now the sweeper. Okay, fair enough. Alright, Stormseeker. I'm relying on you to make this work, and unfortunately for us, Soul Transfer is a sorcery. Vanishing Verse, okay, sure. Rip Viv. Draw into a Halana and Alena. Not bad. We could do a lot worse than that. Kaito Shizuki. Alright, that's a distraction. We need to not worry too much about it here. And again, Soul Transfer being instant is really being a sorcery is really an issue here. Alright. Halana and Alena followed by an Iron Apprentice. We're in a Birthing Pod the Iron Apprentice. We're going to go grab a Kalain here. Crash into the 4/5 out of the blue. You love to see it. And we still have a 7-mana Planeswalker. Just chilling, being a 7-mana Planeswalker. That's pretty nice. Now, do they have another sweeper? No, but they have a Lulf. That's actually really good. But they aren't expecting the Tempered Loner. I think we're going to be fine. They're going to thwack us for 1 in the face. Draw a card off Kaito. Fair enough. We can also Meat Hook here for the win. That's fine too. But I think I want to go for style points. And we are going to drop an Ill-Tempered Loner. We are going to pay with the treasure. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Sending the whole team face. Boom, baby. Got him. I need to stop doing this. I do the little Twix fingers way too often. But anyway, it's all good. We pulled it off. Another victory for the Evolving Door deck. Let's go. Let's move on to the next game. We have Goldhound, Soul Transfer, Orchids. These are all very interesting, but we're on the play. I have learned keeping 2-landers on the play is just asking for trouble, so I'm not going to do that here. We are, however, going to keep this, and I'm going to let Viv go. He said with much confidence. I'm gonna Soul Transfer go. I'm gonna hang on to Viv. I'm trusting my gut here. We're keeping Viv. I think the game's gonna go long enough. I think she's gonna be relevant, and she's only a one of, so you know, if it's either, it's kind of make or break situation here. No, not really. I don't know why I said that, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, crap, that's not good. Bonus on Angels. Circuit Mender gaining some life. But fortunately for us, that was a youthful Valkyrie on 2, not a Ziatora. Ziatora on 2 would have been well, I don't know. I mean, potentially devastating. Silverquill Campus, okay. Opponent's playing with a budget mana base. Fair enough. I mean, we all have to sometimes. I get it. Next turn is going to be Ziatora's Proving Grounds into an Evolving Door, and we can start working our way up the chain. So let's go. Well, we can't work our way up the chain today. This turn. But next turn, we can get a Stormseeker and feel pretty good about it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Vanishing Verse immediately on the Evolving Door. The opponent is like, no. Unacceptable. That is not an option. I will not stand for this. Which is frustrating, because that's the engine our deck's built around. We kind of needed that. Okay, well, we don't have any 4-drops, so Circuit Mender. I mean, we're racing and we're winning the race with the Circuit Mender, so that's something, but this is not going to last long. If our opponent is truly on Orzhov Angels, as I believe they are, we will, yeah, Rampage. That's a card right there. That's a heck of a card. Truly problematic. All right, well, we're drawing all the lands. Well, and hey, you know what? Turns out, Viv, kind of useful. I think we want to be drawing cards here. Now, Viv's not going to survive. We got a Goldhound and a Liz Blades. All right. Do we attack here? No, we don't. We hold her back. Yeah, Viv's about to get smacked up pretty hard. Yep. Thank you for your service, Viv. Appreciate you. Iron Apprentice, you're nice. I like you. You're not what I need right now. We have 2 birthing pod engines, and both of them have been taken down. It kind of stinks, I'm not gonna lie. So I guess we just run out our threats and get run over by angels. It's kind of the plan here. Yeah. Kind of the best we got. And one of those suckers has vigilance. That's a huge problem. Huge problem. Yeah, so really all we need here is a meat hook off the top. We haven't seen any of our meat hooks yet. Granted, we only have 2 of them, but we just need to rip a meat hook and call it a day. That's what we need. Goldhound, you're not going to do it, unfortunately. Love you, buddy, however. Circuit Mender, go draw me a card. No? Alright, cool. Damn it. Alright. That's not what I needed at all. I needed a card draw. Yeah, we're dead. Good game, opponent. We didn't try any gas, and our opponent had the answers to both of our engines, but that's okay. The Vanishing Verse on the Evolving Door right off the rip, I was very surprised that they were so eager to hit that. But at the same time, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, good game, opponent. Thank you for playing. This was delightful. And thank you for watching up until the end of the video. It means the world. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference. And you can catch me live on Twitch, twitch.tv/hamhocks42. I'm there Monday through Friday in the mornings. So I look forward to seeing you out there. Have a phenomenal day, and I will catch you on the next one.